Hello all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Saikiran and today is day 3 in our Azure DevOps series guys. So in the very first day, if you remember, we have covered Maven, SonarQube and then preparing our application, right? Spring Boot application. And the next day, we have copied the artifact, whatever was generated by the Maven. We pushed it to the S3 bucket, we pushed it to the Azure Container Registry, not Azure Container Registry, Azure Blob Storage. And the third one, we have also stored the artifact in the remote repository, which is JFrog, right? This is the second phase, and this is the first phase. And today we have covered this image one also, Docker image one, and we have scanned it with the help of Trivy. And today, guys, this is the final day for application Azure DevOps, and from tomorrow we are going to watch Azure DevOps with the Terraform, which is completely on infrastructure. Okay, not on Azure infrastructure again, it's completely on the AWS infrastructure itself only, right? This is not Azure session, guys, this is Azure DevOps. Both were different. Okay, so in today's session, what we shall do is we are going to push that image whatever we have built and scanned yesterday with the Trivy. We are going to push that image to the Docker Hub, and the second thing, we are going to push it to the ACR. ACR is Azure Container Registry, just like how we do have something called ECR in AWS. All right, see, all these clouds functionality, everything was same from the backend, but the terminology will be different. All right, so once the image has been pushed to this ACR, which is Azure Container Registry, with the help of this I'm going to deploy one ACI, guys. If you don't want to use this step, you can ignore, but I'm just telling you, in this step, which is ACI is something about Azure Container Instance, guys. What it will do is, you don't need to create or you don't need to configure any kind of instances. What ACA will do is, ACA will automatically uh, create one instance by itself only, and then it's going to run based on the image whatever we have pushed in the Azure Container Registry. All right, for the approval gates, we are going to use Zap here. Again, this is DAST testing, guys, not SAST testing. This is DAST, DAST, DAST. This will commit last and SAST testing will commit first. SAST will do on code level. DAST will do the testing on application level before the deployment. Alright, so once the approval gives us green, then we are going to create two instances on AWS. One is staging and the other one is production. So once here, if it is fine, then automatically the application is going to deploy on the staging environment, and then also it's going to deploy our in the production environment. But we are doing everything from the Azure DevOps pipeline. But how it's going to trigger in the AWS account, we will watch everything step by step in a practical way. Make sure that you're doing the practicals and posting on the LinkedIn. This is one of the real-time tasks, guys. As I said in the yesterday session, you might gonna get for 2 or 3 sprints. All right, so as part of today's session, the very first step, I'll come back to the EC2 instance, and then I will open my Azure account, and then I'll open my Azure DevOps. Just open these three and make sure that you're starting the instances. And also the important step, copy the public IPs to the Route 53. Don't forget that. Come to the virtual machines, start your agent. This is my agent, prod Azure DevOps. I will just click on start. Come to the projects. This is not my project. My project is this is organization, actually this is project. Okay, my organization is production Azure DevOps, and my project is prod Spring Boot petap. Okay, let's not clone now. First, let's start everything and get the things settled, and then I want this production, no, not this one, production ADO. Here my SonarQube, Maven, and then JFrog was running. So select this start instance. I'll mark this as running. Let it come, it's taking time. Meanwhile, just come back here to the repos. This was the previous code itself only, guys. I haven't did any kind of changes. I didn't even open also, so everything will be same. Till where we have did, till Docker Trivy scan we are supposed to be, yeah, here it is. Trivy, high critical, and then vulnerabilities. Yeah, till Trivy we have did. So let's continue from here. Before continuing, what were the branches we do have? Development is the default. Yes, perfect. Feature and then master. Great. So come back to the repos again. Select clone. Copy it. I will open one PowerShell. CD drive. Git clone. Prod springboot petap. Code dot. I also want my testing files. I'll also open those testing files. Before that, what was the default branch? Let's check from here. Development only. Great. I will come back to the folder, guys. This is one of the very best error. I'll explain you in the middle of the session. I will open my D drive. In D drive testing. In testing, I want this code. This is the complete code till production. Here it is. Open in terminal. Just give code dot. I will close this. So I'm taking this as a reference. Every day we are taking this as a reference. So please don't get confused. So yesterday till Docker file till here we have did. All right. And today the very first step we are going to do this. Build an image push to Azure ACR and Docker Hub. I'll just deploy to ACI, deploy to staging environment and production. Okay, good. For production we don't need to validate this, because however it's validating in the staging, so we don't need all this code. I believe zap testing also is not required. We can add only this stage. That is more than enough. But something is missing here. Where is Docker has been commented, I think. Let me open my test environment. Hmm, my pet app repos Azure pipeline. This is not production, guys. This is testing. Building. Copying artifacts to AWS. Okay. Copying file to S3 bucket. Yeah, I commented it out. Okay. I will copy from here. No worries. We already do have the code. So just copy this. Come back here. I will keep here for reference. Save it. It is job, so it should come under jobs. Keep your pointer here. Control plus Alt. You don't need to do this, guys, because I'm going to upload this in our GitHub repository, so you don't worry about this. I'll take care of it. Great. Okay, so till here we have did yesterday. Now we shall continue from here. But before this, let's go back to the Route 53 and let's enter our IP address just for routing purpose to the Sonar Cube and then JFrog. Running prod ADO. Copy this Route 53. This is my DNS management. Cloud Vishwakarma is my hosted zone, and I will select JFrog, edit records, replace the IP. Select Sonar Cube, edit records, replace the IP. Good, done. We don't need this. I'm closing it. All right. So now this is production only, right? Yeah, this is production only. Now let's understand the code. This is my production code, and this is my testing code. Okay. So let's understand what is happening here. So in this stage we are building Docker image, pushing to the Azure Container Registry, and also we are pushing it to the Docker Hub. So on what condition? If my uh, variable is dev, if my variable is equals to dev, then only true. And jobs, what was the job name? Push to the Azure ACR. Depends on, I have removed because Trivy scan was already done, so I'm not touching it again. Condition always timeout 5 minutes, checkout task, and then inline script. See here, docker login hyphen u means user. This is the username, which is devsecops ACR test. So now I will create one ACR, guys, which is Azure Container Registry, and I'm going to give the same name as ACR. You also don't do any kind of naming mistakes. All right, just come back here and go to the Azure and enter here Azure Container Registry, or remove Azure. Let's enter Container Registry. See, here it is. Open this. Let's create one ACR. See, create Container Registry. So this is my subscription, pay as you go. Resource group I already do have, which is DevSecOps agent. I'm going to select the same one. And registry name, I will give this, guys. I will copy paste from the code itself, only else you will get confused. DevSecOps user test, ACR test, not user test, sorry. I'll give the same name. We'll see whether if it's going to take it or not. See, it's testing. It's, yeah, it is taking. DevSecOps ACR test. Fantastic. Location US itself only. And pricing plan standard. Network settings, I don't want any network settings. We already do have the free settings, so we do not have any kind of options to do it. So review and create, and then scroll down, simply click on create. So once this has been created, we need one ID and password, guys, right? Why we need one ID and password? If you come back to the test code here, look what we are doing. We are tagging the image, or else look here, docker login hyphen u, we are logging in with this username. And what was the password? Hyphen p. This is my variable, the password variable for password, ACR password. Now I'm going to show you how this is going to get generated. And then from here it's going to log in. So just come back, go to the resource, just select access keys. Once after you're selecting access keys, you're going to see one option here, admin user. Just select it. It's going to generate the password. See here, this is my username, devsecops ACR test. This is my username. And for the password, just select show here. That's it. Copy the password, come back to the pipelines. This is not my pipeline. My pipeline is here. I'll open in a separate tab. Open this prod Spring Boot tab. Select edit, add variables, select plus icon. What was the name? Sorry, this is the key name. Keep it as secret. Paste the secret, and this is not the password. The password is, come back, not password. The username is this. Paste it. Done. And click on OK. Save it. All right, ACR part is done. Now what is next here? The next one is Docker. We are also going to push the image to the Docker, right? So for Docker, we are not going to do from here. We are going to do it from the different place. And also, guys, make sure that you're changing your Docker username here. This is my Docker username, Kiran 236193. You also please change your Docker username. See, here is my Docker account. If you do not have the Docker Hub account, just create one. This is pretty straightforward. You have to give your email ID, and then, or else you can sign up with the Google, and then it's going to log in. See, this is my username. So I have to call the Docker credentials as a service principal. So just go to the project settings, scroll down, service connections, and click on new service connections. Yesterday we have already configured all these. New service connections, I'm going to enter Docker Hub. Ours is not Docker host, ours is Docker registry. Next, here you are going to get options, select Docker Hub. So what was my Docker ID? My Docker ID is Kiran 2361993, and my password, you don't need to give the token here, you can give the password directly. Email is optional. Service connection name, I will go back to the code again. Where is my service connection name? Here it is. Copy the service connection name carefully, copy it, come back here, paste it. Check any spaces were there. No space was there. Description, grant access permission to the all pipelines. Here, before saving it, just click on verify. It's going to see whether the credentials and then username is matching or not. It's matching. Scroll down and then verify and save. Done, guys. On the ACR side and also on the Docker side, we have did it everything well. Now let's copy the code and then we'll push the changes to the development branch. So this is my entire code. Just give Control A, Control C. Come back here. This is my production code. I will add this at last. Scroll down. Control B. Once after adding, make sure that you're following the proper indentation. From here it is. Just give one tab, that's all. It stays right, it should come exactly under this. Stays, alright. Looks good. Just give Control S. No issues, right? Just cross check again. Docker login ACR, Docker tag. So the image is going to tag with this username and then tag name, and whatever build ID will be there, it's going to generate here. And .io slash we are logging in from here, and Docker push. Okay, good, it's good. And then from the Docker DevSecOps, this is the connection name, Docker tag, and then this is the tag name, Docker push, Docker push. Okay, yeah, same, right? Okay, same. Display name, pushing the Docker image to the Docker Hub. Fantastic. Now let's see if there were any changes. Git status, cross check whether we are on the right branch or not. Development only. Git add dot git commit -m add Docker stays git push origin, enter. Let's go back here. Pipeline should trigger immediately. I will watch my pipeline. I will do all the changes on this tab and I'll watch the pipeline on this tab. Add Docker stays. Okay. This is my production code. Let it come. It's going to take some time. Meanwhile, I'm going to show you one error, guys. Make sure that you are following accordingly and doing the changes whatever I'm showing now, because it has been taken so much of time for me. Morning 7 o'clock I sat, and then it went up to night 12 or something. The issue was very small. See, where is the error? Here it is. Downloads. Once after the stage, whatever is running now, once after this stage, there is something called ACR. See here, this is the ACR, and here if you come to the repositories, here one image is going to generate it, guys, along with the build number like colon 80 or 81 or 82, 83. All right. And when I'm trying to access After this, we are going to deploy it to the ACI actually. See, I told you, right? This is ACI. I'm just explaining it normally just to watching this by wasting time. So you don't worry. There is something called ACI here. See, this is the one ACI. So once after this image has been done, I'm going to deploy one instance with the help of this image. I'm deploying with the exact image, whatever it is showing me on this repository, and still it is not deploying. It is saying some error. And then since morning I was troubleshooting, and then I couldn't know where I'm doing mistake, because we came almost we are about to complete this project 80%. And then again, if there is an issue with the Docker, I have to go back and check what exactly and where exactly the issue was. And I'll show you these logs. See, I have entered Docker run. Manually, I'm checking. I just logged into the agent, which is our virtual machine agent, Azure agent, and then I was running Docker commands. Docker run -p, host port, and then container port. This is my image name, colon 80, and it says unable to find image locally. Error respond daemon, and I'm getting this error. Again, I'm trying to log into the ACR. Whatever account we have created, I'm creating whatever again. So again, I tried to log into the ACR. Whatever we have created, I directly logged in, and here also it is saying authorization token issue. Likewise, all the troubleshooting was done, and if you watch down, see, after entering the authentication passwords and everything, I got one error here. Look here it is. Error, linkage error occurred while loading main class org.spring framework dot boot dot loader. In the very first class, I told you we are not going to send the code directly live. With the help of Maven, we are going to compile it, right? We are going to compile it, and then it's going to turn to the class, and then it's going to validate, and then we are going to package it, deploy it, right? And then artifact is going to generate. See here, that's what it is saying. Class, and this is the class, has been compiled by, watch carefully, by a more recent versions of the Java runtime. And then I got doubt. Immediately I ran Java hyphen version. It is showing 17.0.13. But in yesterday's session, look what we did. This is our production code, right? Just have a look at the Docker version. Not sorry, Java version. It is 11. So you also make sure to change this into 17. Just because of this one mistake, your whole day is gonna ruin. So don't forget to change this to 17. If you're practicing, do it initially itself only, no worries. So let's come back here. Now, just now we changed it to 17. We have saved it already, and after this we are going to do changes on the ACI part. Now the image is generating, right? When we are going to do the changes on the ACI part, and then again this version whatever is there, JDK 17 is going to take accordingly. All right. So let's see the status. What is happening? It said building Java with Maven. Let's wait for it to complete, guys. There is an issue, add Docker stash. What was the issue? Come to the pipeline. Building Java code. The job running on the agent prod ADO ran longer than maximum of 5 minutes for more than information. Cancel. The next steps may contain expected logs. Bash exited with null. Mhm. Maybe this is a timeout error. No worries if it's a timeout error. See the Microsoft forward link. System pre-steps YAML. See, it says build was successful and error exit with code null. The operation was cancelled. What was this? Uploaded to Central JFrog. Downloaded from Central JFrog. Mhm. The job running on the agent prod ADO ran longer than the maximum time of 5 minutes. For more information, Microsoft FW link. Is it Linux? Any problem with our agent? Just come back, go to the project settings, agent pools, Linux agent, agents, it's online only. The operations will be cancelled. The next steps may contain expected logs. Building Java code with Mava copy to achieve longer than maximum time of 5 minutes. Okay. Let's do one thing. Let's change the timing here. Let's give 10 instead of 5. Checking agent where it is failing. It's failing at run the Maven deploy and then yes, run the Maven deploy. Run the Maven deploy. Here it is. Well, artifacts copy files to yeah, here it is. Job is 5 minutes, right? Let's go 15 minutes. We'll see how it behaves. Just do the changes again. Oh, sorry. This is git status. Let's wait for it to complete. Okay, see, now the timeout error has been removed. Artifacts for publishing, checkout post. Okay, okay, it's checking out. Now it's going to come here. The files we're gonna copy it to the blob storage and then to the S3 bucket, and then it's going to scan and build one create one Docker image. After scanning and creation, we are going to push it to the ACR. See, whenever you get an error, don't just copy paste and post it in the GPT, guys. No, that's not. Don't do that. Just try to read it and understand. Try to habitate pasting it in the Google also, because in real time you are not going to have the Chat GPT access directly, and your systems will be monitoring from the backend. There are some security operations team and also some important components will be there, PCI components. All for such reasons, they are not going to give you a direct ChatGPT access, but you should be able to understand the error, what exactly it is, and then you can use any online references for debugging, but you cannot copy paste the code directly. All right, so now it is copying it to the S3 bucket. Let's go and see whether it has been copied in the S3 bucket and then storage account or not. It should be copied already, but still just cross checking. Here also I will use S3. This is the one. Containers. See here, artifacts. It's copied. 25. This is the recent one. 17326 p.m. Good. I will close this. Let's go to the S3 buckets. The Sykiran SecOps. This is the one. Prod artifacts. 25. Here it is. Here also 25. It was copied. Good. Now what was the next stage here? Building. If you wanted to see the results of this building, um, come to the pipelines here. You can watch. No, here one option will be there. uh, Pipelines runs. Actually, that. Oh my god, there is an error. Creating and pushing unauthorized message. Why? What happened when it is pushing unauthorized? See the error here. Using hyphen password. Error response from daemon get https colon register now. Unauthorized incorrect username or password. What mistake we did? This is my, where is my ACR? Container registry, DevSecOps ACR, access keys. We did a blunder mistake, guys. See, come back to the code. Uh, DevSecOps ACR test -p. This is the password variable, ACR password. But if you go to the pipeline, what we have given, come back to the pipelines, failed pipelines, edit variables. See, we have given the DevSecOps ACR test. This is not the one. This is username. Let's delete this. Delete. No, variables. Create variables. Your variable is, I mean, your password is this. Password is correct only, but the name will be this one. $ACR password, which means it's going to use this variable and then it's going to fetch the password. ACR password. Just remove any spaces. Just click on OK and then save it. Just that is done. Come back here and try to rerun the job again. Go to the pipelines. Rerun failed jobs. Let's see if it's gonna work. It was pushed successfully. Pushed to Azure ACR. Just come back to the ACR. Go to the repositories. Hopefully it should be here. Oh, it's not pushed. It was pushed to Docker Hub. Let's see on the Docker Hub. See, here it is updated few seconds ago. Image was successfully pushed to the Docker Hub, but for the ACR it is failing. See, here it is. This is the one. It's okay, no worries. I already made some changes, but why it is not pushing, I'm not understanding. I will just refresh this and then I will run the job again, rerun the job. Pipelines, prod, failed one, jobs. ACR password and then password. Okay. Docker login hyphen username DevSecOps ACR test hyphen p dollar. This is the password. Suppose let's go and create the password. Copy. Come back here. I will delete this. Save it. Again, I will create a new variable. Just see there were no gaps. Okay. Keep the value as secret. Um, Container registry access keys. Username. DevSecOps ACR test hyphen u. DevSecOps ACR test. Okay, username was good. I will take second password now, not first password, and I will paste here. Save it. Okay, it's done now. Along with this, what we shall do is we shall also deploy the ACIS, which is Azure Container Registry. Okay, so I will come back here and I will copy the code. Why to waste the time on pushing only the images to the registry? We shall also copy this. ACI Linux season pool demands on JDK 17, and this is my subscription name. Bash inline script. Guys, make sure that you're changing it to your resource group. This should be your resource group name. Okay, hyphen name devsecops ADO. The image will be coming in the this account will be created in this way. Devsecops ADO dollar and then build id hyphen image. Whatever image is going to generate, it's going to use that image along with the build id. It's I told you, right, you don't need to configure anything. It's going to take the instance, it's going to create the instance automatically. So it's taking 2 CPU and then 4 GB memory, and it's running on port 8080. This is DNS again, ADO hyphen register hyphen username. Yeah, this is the one, devsecops ACR test. What was the registry password there? The registry password was ACR password. Location US hyphen OS type was Linux. Good. Copy this. Let's come back to the production code and let's paste it. So it should create the image and it should automatically create one instance also, container instance. Save it. Prod ADO hyphen name. Okay, good. Let's push this and we'll see the status. Oh my god, why? The container name DevSecOps ADO in the container group DevSecOps ADO. The container name must contain no more than 63 characters, must match the mm, this is my agent one hyphen hyphen name. Let's do one thing. Control H. Change it to only DevSecOps, not ADO was not there. And anywhere it is there, I'm just cross checking. See the naming also we have did mistake here, guys. ADO small letters here, here also small letters, but here in the production, just give Control Z instead of see the build name we have given as ADO as small letters. So let's give small letters. Capital letters it's not accepting. Control H, just give ADO. That's all. Where it is one. No, 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 no. This is not good. Change it from here itself only. Control H. 1, 2, 3. I want only capital letter ADO. I will change manually instead of Control D and then T. This is line 10. No, only 2 I want. ADO, ADO. That's all. Okay. ADO. Save it. Build image hyphen hyphen CPU2 memory ports DevSecOps ADO. Save it. Build ID hyphen hyphen registry username password. Okay, good. It's good. So why this failed is here. If you see in the before image, when we are pushing it to the Docker Hub, we have given small ADO letters here. It's taking, and when pushing it to the ACI, not from when deploying the ACI, some naming issues were there, capital letter naming issues. So I have mentioned it as small letters ADO. It's fine, no worries. No. The image, whatever is pushing to the ACR, is in small letters ADO. But here we have mentioned it as capital letter, so that's why it got failed. Okay, now come back and push it again. Guys, I'll just pause the video here because it will be tough for you to watch the whole job. It will take 15 minutes, and I will crop it, and then I will take you directly to the results. All right, so it is running now. So now it is pushing the image to the Docker Hub. So let's go and see how many images have been pushed to the Docker Hub, guys. Just come back here. Docker Hub, yes, here it is. Just have a look. This is the one, DevSecOps ADO, tags. See, all these were images only. We are running builds right continuously, and then see, new images are coming 25, 26, 27, 28. Now another one is running. Hopefully, it should complete without any issues. Deploying Docker image to the Azure Container instances. All right, good. Mm, Meanwhile, I will close this. I will close this one too, and come back to home. Container instances. See, build number 28 instances. It was deployed, guys. Successful. It was successful. That's why we can able to see it. Where is my pipeline? Yep, done. Finally, good. All green. Yeah, it has been deployed. See, if you come back to your ACI, Azure Container Registry, just refresh here. Not registry, Azure Container Instance. See, there is something called FQ domain, full quoted domain name. Copy this, paste it here, colon 8080. 8080 is the port. If you remember, we have discussing. Just enter. You can able to see the application here. If it is not visible here, see Pet Clinic Spring Boot application. We didn't create any kind of instances or something. We just deployed our image with the help of ACI, and whatever you're watching is running on the Azure Container Instance, guys. All right. So I'll do one more thing here. For example, if you come back to the production code, till here we have completed. Now I'm going to add two more stages. We have already created two infras. One is for staging environment, another one is for production environment, right? So let's go and deploy there first. Come back here to the deployment staging zone. This is the one. I am deploying it to the staging environment. Now just copy this. This is zap testing. As I said before, this is DAST testing. This is gonna do done. This is gonna done on application level, not on the code level. This is my production code. Paste it. Just keep your pointer here. Control Alt. Scroll down. Tab. Done. Save it. Deploying to staging environment. So once this has been deployed, once after entering staging.cloudvishwakarma.in colon 8080, it should be able to access here. All right, this record we have already created on the Route 53. So come back to your code, just cross check if everything is good. So there is a space here. Let's clear this space. Save it. Okay. I will push this. Add staging. Enter. Job is going to start here again. Go to the pipelines. Oh, something happened. Issue. We got an issue in the starting stage itself only. The pipeline is not really could not find pool name called prod agent pool. Okay, this is Linux agent pool, not prod agent pool. Where it is? Copy this. Yeah, here it is. Control H, Control V. Save it. Staging, and then zap testing. Okay, good. Done. Pipelines. Okay, it is started. So if you remember yesterday, we have uploaded one secure file, right? For that, it is asking for the permit. So just select view and then give the permit, guys. It's going to allow now. Okay, guys, if you watch carefully, our job was successful. It has been successfully deployed in the staging environment. So let's go and check whether it has been deployed in the staging environment or not. Just come back to the browser, and this is the name. See, I didn't refresh it also, it has automatically redirected. Staging.cloudushikarma.in colon 8080. All right. Likewise, let's go and deploy in the production environment also. But you have to do some small change when you are deploying in the production environment. Understand? Scroll up. This is prod. Testing was already Zap testing was already done in the staging environment, so no need of doing it again. So simply I'll just copy this, deploy to production environment. Yeah, this is the one. Copy and come back here, paste it, save it. So once this is done, you cannot do it directly, guys, because if you watch carefully on the above, I have also written here. Scroll down to the production. We need to change the condition. Where we need to change the condition? We need to change the condition under this stage. Build Java code with JFrog. I will tell you why now. Control FV. Here it is. Now we are going to deploy it in the production environment, right? In production environment, I need the artifact, not in the staging environment or in the development environment. But till now, whatever changes we are doing it on the development branch itself only. Understand? So try to change this to this. I have mentioned it already. Here it is. Out of two environments, it should deploy. So just depends on mark this condition as I will comment this out, save it, paste it. Variable is prod true, variable is dev true. Okay, great. Come back to your CLI. You should not do it here. Just create one more branch. Git checkout hyphen B. Branch name should be production. Is it production only? Just go straight on top. Yes, production only. And then enter. Git and dot git push origin production. Enter. It's going to push the changes. Where is pipeline? Here is my pipeline. So once this is done, it is also going to deploy in the production environment, guys. All right. 5 minutes. Still the job is not running. Just hold on. Production. So this is my environment. Sorry. Overview, pipelines. It got failed. Let's see why it was failed. Prod isn't pull. Sorry. It is Linux isn't pull. Prod And where is Linux agent pool? Here it is. Environment name is prod here, but we have named the environment name as production. Again it will fail. So let's do the change now itself only, else it will take so much of time. Come back to the, this is the one, and pipelines, environments. Oh, prod only it is. Okay, good. All right, good. Just push it again. Pipelines. Okay. Permission needed. Okay. View and then permit. So guys, this is the end of the deployment pipeline. So from tomorrow we are going to see something on something with Terraform. Okay, Azure DevOps and Terraform, like how we can manage the infrastructure using this Azure DevOps pipelines and then Terraform. So if you're done with this project, make sure that you are posting it on LinkedIn, and make sure that you are documenting it, or like documenting over Medium articles or something somewhere like that. Running jar file. Okay, this looks like this has been successfully deployed. All right, I'll paste 8080. It's going to take some time maybe, and then you're going to get it, guys. So there was an issue. Oh, this is the previous one, not the current one. The pipeline was successful here. That's all, guys. That's the end of this pipeline. I would request you to please do practicals, and also make sure that you are posting it on the LinkedIn. Forgot to tell you something. If you wanted to terminate this instances, whatever instances were there, you can terminate it. There is no use of this too, but make sure that you're stopping this production ADO, and then also make sure that you're stopping this instance, whatever this production ADO instance is there. If you wanted to delete, you can delete also. From tomorrow there is no use of it, but still we are going to work on Terraform and then Azure DevOps integrations, and then infrastructure management over these pipelines. See you tomorrow, guys. Have a nice day. Bye bye.